Hi, my name's Phil Gardner and welcome to Fun with Boxes. Well, today we're going to take a look at a very small box game from publishers Allplay. And they have a new series of small box games and they've called their series rather aptly Tiny Box. And that is exactly what this is. Look, it's a rather tiny box. And it's a tiny box called Panda Panda. And oh my goodness, look at those adorable pandas. They are fantastic. I do love a panda. Squirrels, big fan of. Penguins, big fan of. Pandas, they would come a close third, I do believe. Yes. And this is a game designed by Kaya Miyano. I hope I've pronounced that right. With the wonderful artwork by Sai Beppu. And again, I hope I pronounced that right too. And the artwork and everything about this very small box is fantastic. I just look at that. How do people keep making games that fit in such a tiny box and yet are fun and entertaining to play? It never ceases to surprise me. This game is for 2 to 4 players and will take around 15 minutes. And it's quite simply a draw, discard and pass game where you're trying to get a winning hand. Like I said, the artwork looks so appealing and the cards are really lovely quality. So, well, what is a game of Panda Panda? Well, before we find out, let's take a Fun with Boxes look at what you get inside a game of Panda Panda. Okay, here we have Panda Panda. So let's take a little look at what we get. Here are the rules and here are the panda cards. Yay! All looking rather fantastic. So these are the player aid cards, and this is a 2 to 4 player game. And to set up the game, each player will take a player aid card and make sure it is on its 0 side. So if we were setting up a 2-player game, each player would get one of these cards with the 0 side face up. Then we would simply take all the panda cards and give them a good shuffle. Then we would deal 5 cards to each player and then put the rest, forming a deck face down into the middle. That's just how easy it is to set up the game. And then the first player will be whoever last saw a panda, and pictures or videos will count. So what is Panda Panda? Well, your goal each round is to be the first player to reveal a winning hand. And if you win 2 rounds, you win the game. And you can only draw or discard 1 card each turn. So the size of your hand changes as you play. Each winning hand requires an exact number and combination of letters, so you need to pay attention to how big your hand is. But there's one catch. Whenever someone discards an A card, everyone must pass a card from their hand to their left. So let's look at the game round. Well, each round players take turns clockwise, starting with the first player, and each turn has 2 steps. First, you check to see if you have a winning hand, and then you can draw or discard a card. What do we mean by having a winning hand? Well, if you have one of the winning hands listed on your player aid at the start of your turn, then you shout Panda Panda and reveal it, and then you win that round. And to make a winning hand, you must have the exact letters shown here. If you have any other letters, it's not a winning hand. So 3 cards with D, D, D is a winning hand. 4 cards with CCC is a winning hand, and so on. But the hand size is important as well. In order to win with 3 DDD cards, you have to have only those 3 cards in your hand at the start of your turn. And here we have the very simple rule. So on your turn, if you don't win at the start of your turn, you must do one of the following. So you can either discard 1 card, draw one card from the deck, or draw one card from the top of any player's discard pile. And if you choose to discard a card, you place it in your personal discard pile in front of you. And spread the pile out so each card's letter is visible. So I could discard this card and leave that there face up on a table so everyone can see it. And if I was to draw a card, I would simply take the top card from the deck and put that into my hand. And I could, of course, take a card from any player's discard, including my own discard, instead of taking one from the top of the deck. However, if there's an A card on top of a discard pile, players can't draw from that pile. And if you wanted to draw from the deck but it's empty, you can collect all the discard piles together and shuffle them up into a new deck to draw from. Now, in this case, if I had played an A card, then this little symbol will remind you that whenever anyone discards an A card, everyone must immediately pass one card from their hand going clockwise around the table. And afterwards, the next player takes their turn as normal. Now, the first time you win a round, you would flip your card over to show the 1 symbol, and then you would shuffle all 32 cards and deal 5 to each player to start a new round, as you did originally. And as the previous winner, you would go first. And if you were to win another game and you already have the 1 showing, well, you have won the game. And there are some important tips and reminders here. The first one is very important. You can only win at the start of your turn before you draw or discard. And there is no hand limit, but there are no winning hands larger than 7 cards, so bear that in mind. You need to have the exact number of cards and the exact letters of cards in order to win. If the deck is empty, you can still draw from a discard pile, and you only reshuffle the deck if you want to draw from the deck. And don't forget, if there's an A on top of every discard pile, you can only draw from the deck. And there you have it. That's the rules for Panda Panda. Very straightforward, and I must admit, very fun to play. Well, Panda Panda, what an adorable little game. I really enjoyed playing this game so much. In fact, we played game after game after game of it. That's how much I liked it. This is, of course, the tiny box game from Allplay. This is the tiny box range of games. 2 to 4 players, takes around 15 minutes to play. It is really simple and I think an absolute joy to play. There is a luck element into it. I mean, you could be dealt a winning hand of cards, I guess, or very quickly get a winning hand of cards just by pure luck. To me, this doesn't detract from the game. I think this is a cracking little game. Yes, it may be lucky, but it is just fun in a box. It is brilliant. I love it. And in fact, I'm going to play it again later. That's how much fun it is. I know it's a lightweight family game, but I enjoy playing this in the pub. And why not? Why not indeed? I'm sure pandas themselves quite like the odd tipple from time to time. Well, there you go, Panda Panda. I really do enjoy playing this game. It is really good. And as such, this gets a big Fun with Boxes thumbs up from me. Panda Panda. Definitely worth picking up. Well, I do hope you enjoyed taking a look at Panda Panda with me. If you did, please click the old like button and also hit that subscribe button. That would be most kind of you and would help to grow the channel. Well, as always, thanks so much for watching. Please do take care and bye for now.